Hey everyone, this is ThePrussianPrince with another template guide video. This time, we're gonna be looking not at the best defensive template, but at the best offensive template. So, starting as Netherlands again, just because, but let's use the cheat codes so we can, do things faster. And then there's the PP. Alright, there you go. Alright, so what do you need for this offensive template? Which I will show you later. But for now, you need infantry guy, you need cavalry guy, as military high command, and ideally you want again army offense, but as chief of army. But we don't have a guy like that. I mean, we do, but you have to go fascist, which you may or may not want to do. Anyway, now this is done. This part here. No, actually, we need to take the armor company. I forgot about that. Ideally, also, you have an armor designer that gives you soft attack, but we don't, so that's a little bit sad. Anyway, here's the next thing, alright? So, now, for research. Well, let's assume you have this stuff. Let's assume you have, yeah, let's say you have this stuff. Now here, oh, I already have that. My bad. Okay, so we teched all this stuff. And now we go superior firepower, right, not right, but right left. And nothing else here. I mean, we can just take radio anyway. We don't really need it for this test. Shouldn't affect anything. Now, oh, okay. Let's not forget what we actually need. Are you thinking about what I'm thinking so far? Because I just checked those. Or let's see. If you were or if you weren't. I'm gonna create empty. We're gonna call this... You know what? Let's call it meme. Why not? Make it cavalry. Again, we want cavalry here. So I'm gonna put engineer, recon, support artillery, and support rockets in here. The next thing we want is we want cavalry, 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 cavalry. A lot of cavalry, basically. Yes, and I think right now, actually, this should be enough. Let's take a look. 4 heavy SPGs. And then we add 2 heavy tanks. You know what, put it on elite, because why not? Then we save the template, right? Actually, can I even... Probably can't actually make this into a... No, now it's considered... Yeah, no, I can't add infantry to this. So you kind of have to go with the cavalry so far, but... okay, there we go. There we have it. Now it's cavalry. It was 38 when I was like, what? Why isn't it cavalry? Alright, so now it's considered a cavalry template. Which again, as you saw in the previous template video, I don't know if you saw it, but basically, cavalry templates are the strongest in the game due to one simple reason. Well, actually two. Let's select, I don't know, let's say select this guy. Give him general, give him this guy. Click here, and let's take a look at cavalry traits and infantry traits. As you can see here, you get higher stats by having a cavalry template, because this is applied on a template basis to everything in the template, not on a per battalion basis. Which is why this cavalry expert is good. Because it buffs the entire template, not just the battalions in the template, I believe. And I think I'm right. Anyway, yeah, because I did actually test it, and that's how it works. Unless they might change it for release version, I don't know. But so far, this is how it works. Alright, so... You can get higher stats by getting the cavalry stuff over the infantry. But you can also get the infantry trait, and it will stack on top of the cavalry trait, because cavalry is also considered to be infantry. So that's the secret there. I mean, that's a second secret, besides cavalry having better traits than infantry. So that's 2 secrets. Now here's the third secret. You can also stack the infantry and cavalry experts here from the military high command, as I already did it at the start of the video, which is why now you understand it. And again, we want an armor designer, ideally one that buffs soft attack, but I mean, what can we do here, right? Anyway, now we go to the production tab. I will assume that you have some army XP here. You don't need a huge amount, but you definitely need a good amount. So let's go 5 artillery armament, 1 reliability on this. That's like pretty normal upgrade on the heavy SPG. Now we look at the heavy tank. Again, we'll do 5 gun, 1 reliability. So let's take a look at the template now. All of a sudden, 677 base soft attack, and this isn't even with the best equipment that is available. So let's, for example, say that, I mean, it's getting later into the game. Let's start taking, I don't know, this stuff. Let's take, I don't know, this stuff. Let's take, of course, it's getting into 42. Let's see how like end game we'd have, sort of like end game stats, right? You know what? Get this stuff too. Like we would have some serious stats here. Let's see. I mean, I'm not gonna. Ideally, you want cast doctrine for higher ground support and air superiority. That would buff your troops also. So let's look at the division now. Okay, so suddenly we just jumped to 766 base soft attack, 148 hard attack, and some pretty good breakthrough here to boot. So this is pretty good offense template. Normally, like, you'd want higher breakthrough, but can't have everything, right? Like, this is meant to be a pretty cheap and cost-effective offensive template. So you can spam out a lot of those basically if you want, and like, you can even use this defensively. It's not too terrible either. Like you can see here. But yeah, offensively is like, this is what you would use. Defensively, I already showed you the other template, 20 with cav, in the previous video. Variations. Well, you could potentially add a heavy TD here, but again, you'd have to do... You can't actually remove that, so you'd have to add the heavy TD, you'd have to give up something, right? Like, you'd have to potentially do something like this. No, something like this. It's better to go slightly over the combat width rather than go below it. But yeah, because if you go below it, there's higher chance of you actually being way over the combat width. But if you go just slightly above the 40 width, basically you will go over it anyway. But it won't be so hard because you'll barely be able to be over the combat width. Does that make sense? I mean, I can't really explain it much better. But anyway, this is a potential variation. Another variation could actually be, which I probably would prefer, something like this, but you do lose the, again, more breakthrough, which isn't ideal. Like, you put the heavy TD in case you need either more piercing or more armor so you don't get pierced. Like, you add the heavy TD, again, in case you can't pierce or you get pierced without it. That's when you'd want the heavy TD. So yeah, those are, but again, I would normally go with this, because the extra breakthrough is really nice and it makes the division so much better. Now the 5th support company is up to you. On this one, I would probably go for logistics, to be honest. This one right here. No, not logistics, my bad. Signal company. Because it's 40 width and you're on superior, so you having reinforced rate could be very nice. Again, and easier to plan, to get planning bonus and all that kind of stuff. So I'd go signal on this. Absolutely, as the 5th one here. But yeah, that is the best offensive template. Again, 10-minute video, took me a while, but anyway. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you all next time.